东海岸路，一条老饕们络绎不绝的街道，这里聚集了许多从上世纪保留下来的老店屋。
I've always loved shophouses. You could peek into every single shophouse, and every single one is different. There's always a charm and a sense of adventure.
31岁的丽娜从第一份工作开始就跟着父母从事房地产业，但是在7年前，她突然迫切地想要尝试不一样的挑战。
When I first started, we focused mainly on commercial units inside malls and office towers. So what we can do is within the unit, a shophouse is a standalone land asset. There's a lot more that can be done with branding, with design, with tenant curation. I wanted to build a community. I wanted to make this corner, something whereby people could come and stop by, enjoy their day, have a cup of coffee, go upstairs, relax with their friends.
这个想法促使他买下了属于自己的店屋，一个集合咖啡馆和健身中心2个元素的空间。
When the opportunity arose to take over this old coffee shop, there was no hesitation.
丽娜和东海岸路237号更是有特别的缘分。
I used to come here after school for my plate of chicken rice with my parents, and there's so much familiarity.
2014年末，她终于买下这座永久地契的3层楼店屋。
The workers were staying upstairs. It was quite dilapidated. Flooring was old. The walls were, peeling off.
这间店屋建于上世纪的50年代，虽然与更早期的巴洛克式店屋相比，它的设计已经很简约，但是想要改造成丽娜理想中的样子，还是有诸多挑战。
In the 1950s, everything was just hand-drawn, and what we had was a photocopied version of a hand-drawn plan.
带着建立一站式生活风格社区的愿景，丽娜开始了人生中第一个店屋改造计划。
Every shop house has its own distinctive features. So the scallop features can be seen all along this row of shop houses, and to bring it out, we use a different color. We actually have a very long glass blocks which brings the sunlight into the shop house. The contractors have a very hard time to find the exact same size, the exact same look, because these are glass blocks that were probably purchased in the 1950s. We actually brought down the interiors to the ground.
为了实现目标，他仍需找到合适的店家进驻他的店屋。
All we had was a piece of paper, a drawing. We needed to also believe that what we're going to do would work. When we got in yoga movement, they were able to see what we wanted to do and believe in our vision as well.
丽娜和租客们共同创建了全新的东海岸路237号。这也让东海岸路社区增添了时尚的新意。
The whole corner has changed so much. To see yoga patrons coming, they grab a cup of coffee, go for their yoga. It's a very happy feeling, very sentimental for me as well.
See, these are the old tiles.
I'm so glad we managed to find the same ones.
Yeah.
完成自己前所未有的挑战后，丽娜再接再厉。把目标锁定在同一条街上的另一栋老店屋。
See the 5-foot tiles. They have extended the tiling all the way in, so it's like an outdoor, indoor,
it blends
outdoor.
really nicely. 199 East Coast Road, being on the same street, was actually Buntonki Chicken Rice for I think 2 decades, and we knew that we wanted to do the same thing, the same synergy, the same vibe.
The displays will be all here, right? All the
cupcakes
pastries,
and their pastries, yes.
Everything. It looks like we're about
I
2-3
think we're
weeks
almost
away
done.
from completion.
was never out with the old, in with the new. It was always making something new again.
丽娜人生中的第2个老店屋改造计划也终于完成了。装潢亮丽的店铺也成了东海岸路上的另一个美食打卡地标。
We definitely hope and see ourselves acquiring more in the shophouse from this area.